Alright, what's going on, fellas? So, if you guys haven't heard, Dexter Resurrection Season 1 just ended last Friday. I wanted to sit down a little bit, watch a few more episodes the second time through to finally give the review. So, I'm ready, and let's go. So, obviously, overall thoughts before I get into the pros and cons of this. It has been an absolute blast to watch. Definitely probably the best season of Dexter since the actual Dexter, like literally 10, 15 years ago. It has been the best season of Dexter since then. But yeah, just gonna get right into pros and cons, then we're gonna eventually give it a grade out of 10. Biggest part of this is the New York City setting. I think it's actually like literally perfect for Dexter. So many great shots of the city within the show. So many great parts. The subway. I think in one scene there's like somebody just on his phone as Dexter's literally putting Sopranos guy into the trunk, which is it's pretty good because it's actually pretty accurate. Basically all of the performances are great. A couple stand-up performances, obviously Michael C. Hall. I think Peter Dinklage actually had the best performances out of all of them. I think he literally played his character perfectly. It's insane. Jack Alcott actually surprised me with how good he was this season as Harrison. Uma Thurman's great. Literally everybody was great. It was unbelievably good casting as well. Like I said, Harrison is much, much better this season. In New Blood, he was just an actual fucking dickhead, spoiled little brat, which is honestly was fair. But he was just such a whiny little bitch in New Blood. In this season, he actually feels like a full-fledged out character with so many like an actual background in the season, and I just absolutely love him this season. And of course, Jack Alcott actually had a great performance, so fair enough. Another one that everyone's gonna be talking about, all the main stars, all the new stars this season. Like I said, Uma Thurman, Peter Dinklage, David Dastmalchian, Neil Patrick Harris, Peter Dinklage, even the Sopranos guy, I'm forgetting his name, but you know him. I think they were all great. Kristen Ritter is great, obviously. I think they were all great. Harry being back was great. Ghost Harry was not seen in either, obviously, or Original Sin or in New Blood. I think Ghost Deb was in New Blood a little bit, which I think she did alright, but I think it's nothing like Harry. So I think having Ghost Harry again is so great. James Remar, obviously the GOAT. Another very, very big pro to this. The end of episode 6, which is probably one of my favorite episodes of the whole show. It was insane. The Gemini killer having a twin was literally one of the best plot twists in all of Dexter, period. It's definitely up there as one of the best, up there with the season 2 Blood Slide plot twist with Dokes and all that. It's insane. I did not expect that. Honestly, it was like pretty obvious Gemini killer, but like it still got me. I can't lie. It still got me. Just overall, literally just the idea of having a bunch of known killers in one room, all like in the FBI's most wanted, all having them in one room, and then having some crazy lunatic billionaire set up meetings for them, and having Dexter take them out one by one. Hearing about their code and all that, if they have any code, was great. Yeah, honestly, just overall, like the idea of this was insanely good, and I loved Harrison as well in this. Finally, actually feeling like an actual character. Yeah. So those are my main pros and cons. Obviously, I think my favorite episodes were obviously episode 4, which is the one with where they introduce all of the main killers and all of the main characters in this. Kristen Ritter was great. Neil Patrick Harris did not last very long. I think he lasted maybe one episode. I think he was probably the worst out of all of them. Al was great, even though we're a little spoiler alert. Obviously, if you're watching this, you've probably seen it. He's not dead. He will be probably coming back in season 2. Honestly, yeah, all of them were great. Now I have a few cons. Obviously, no show is perfect. I have a few things that I wasn't too sure about while I was watching it. In the first episode, there were so many cameos of characters that were dead and died in the first season. Miguel Prado, Jimmy Smits is Miguel Prado, John Lithgow is Trinity Killer, Eric King is Dokes, and the Ice Truck Killer, I forgot what his name was. Even Masuka kind of felt like a little fan servicey, but I understand why they were in it. Of course, they were great. They all had like some great speeches and great lines. Obviously they were great, but it did feel a little fan servicey at times. Now this is my biggest complaint of this season. It was all going great until episode 9. It was going literally perfect until the very end of episode 9, which I thought was an absolutely amazing episode, apart from the ending. You guys might hate me on this one, but Batista's death was trash. Obviously Batista had to die, but the way that he went out is so sad and just kind of terrible in my opinion. He's basically my main gripe to this death is he kind of started doing things that were very uncharacteristic of him, very out of character. He literally wanted to get Dexter behind bars so bad that he literally started punching Leon Prater's bodyguards for some reason. And if you have seen him in the original series, this man is all love, all la pasión, and he would literally never do that ever in a million years to some random people that he doesn't even know, really. But yeah, that definitely felt uncharacteristic. Also, at the end, when Dexter's trying to save him, he cuts the straps off, and he just starts going after him, trying to kill him, like choking him to death for some reason. I don't really understand that. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I did not like his death. As big of a plot point as it was probably the biggest part of the whole season. I think it wasn't the best that it could have been. Don't hate me in the comments. I know that a few people, that one's very polarizing. Some people absolutely love it. Some people hate it. All I know is that the speech after he got shot, right before he dies, was absolutely amazing. So, again, great performances from David Zayas as Batista. That's all I'm going to say. Another one of the characters I guess, multiple characters that I did not like, I didn't love, to be fair. Claudette Wallace and her sidekick Oliva or whatever. I don't know. I don't think they were that great. They definitely got a lot of screen time, and they got this is probably the B plot of the whole show. They got a lot of screen time, and I don't know. I thought she was kind of cringy most of the time. Obviously her having to listen to music 24/7 really got old very, very fast, and that's another one that I hate. Her Staying Alive song got very, very old, and it was really cringy. Especially, I know some of you guys love the scene, but the scene in episode 10 of her dancing to Staying Alive, oh man, it was so cringy, and I just hated it so much. And again, like with many Dexter seasons, there are a lot of conveniences, not plot armor necessarily, but conveniences in this season. In one of the first episodes, for example, the camera outside the hotel after Harrison disposed of the body, it was all covered in bird shit for some reason. I don't know. It was kind of convenient, in my opinion. Again, this is kind of a theme for all of Dexter seasons. But Prater eventually having to kill Batista after Dexter couldn't because he couldn't fit his code just seemed a little convenient for his character. And this is not the first time that this has happened in Dexter. Think about Dokes, Lila having to kill Dokes. Think about Deb having to kill LaGuardia. There's so many other plots that this has happened, and it just seems very convenient, in my opinion. Of course, there's gonna be conveniences of this show, but I don't know. Prater eventually killed Batista. I don't know. I think it could have been done better, in my opinion. And another one, a very big one. I'm very concerned with what they're gonna be doing in season 2. It seems like they've put all of their eggs in one basket with this season. They've killed off all of the main characters, all of the new stars of the show. They killed off Kristen Ritter's character, Lady Vengeance, whatever. Neil Patrick Harris's character. Leon Prater's dead. Gemini killers, I guess. They're all dead. And Batista. I think Batista probably could have stayed until season 2, and then probably would have happened there. But I don't know. And again, I'm very concerned about season 2 because I think that the finale should have ended off on a cliffhanger. Because right now, I literally have I'm like not excited at all for season 2 because it feels like everything just finished off perfectly for Dexter somehow, and I just literally don't care at all about season 2. Another part of that is the New York Ripper being kind of disappointing, to be honest. And at the end of episode 10, this finale, they finally figure out who the New York Ripper is, and it's just some random person. I know I've seen so many theories around how many people or who can be the actual New York Ripper, but just it being some random person that we've never heard of just felt kind of disappointing to me. And I feel like if it was someone that we knew, that would have been a lot better of a cliffhanger for season 2. But maybe it's just me. Another one that I don't like, another character, Gigi. Gigi was literally just a fuck buddy for Harrison to get his nut off the entire time. That's really it. That was literally her whole point. And I hate her because it kind of seemed like as soon as Gigi got introduced, they just kind of killed off the whole plot of Elsa and Dante. I absolutely loved Elsa and Dante's relationship with Harrison. I thought it was great. Kind of like how Dexter was always pretty good with kids. Just kind of going after his father. But they kind of ended up just cutting that whole plot out for some reason. Now, I don't think I see Elsa or Dante a single other time after Gigi is introduced. So maybe that's just me. But, I love their relationship. Another one, they played it very safe with the ending. I'm going to be honest. It's, of course, a good ending. Don't get me wrong. But I think it's probably the safest option they could have been. Obviously, Prater could have killed them. Prater could have done anything. But Prater ends up in the table. And I don't know. Again, another one that I didn't like about the finale. Prater starting to beg for his life on the table felt out of character a little bit, in my opinion. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like with all of his love for the Bar Harbor Butcher, I feel like he would have felt honored in some way to be another one of his victims. So I don't know. Maybe that's just me as well. But overall, yeah, I don't know. Overall, I think the ending should have ended on a cliffhanger, obviously. But overall, I think it's been a very good season. And another very, very hot take I'm going to leave you off with. Harrison should have died in the finale. I'm going to say it. That would have put so much more excitement and suspense for season 2. But maybe that's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But overall, I'm going to give it a grade. I will give it a 8.8 out of 10. Very, very solid season. Literally one of the best seasons of Dexter, and I will probably be doing another ranking of the Dexter seasons coming soon. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.